Whoever you are, I believe you are not at all hateful to the celestial gods, to the celestial ones, and you pluck the life-giving breezes, you who have arrived at the Tyrian city. Proceed now, and hence carry yourself to the thresholds of the Queen. For I announce that your allies are restored to you, and that your fleet has been carried back. It's perfect, so say has been carried back, and has been driven into safety by the north winds. Unless my vain or my empty parents have taught me augury in vain. Behold, twice 6 swans, happy in a line, whom the eagle, the bird of Jove, having slipped, and I would say from the ethereal space, was disturbing in the open sky. Now they seem to either land, or literally to capture the lands in a long row, or to look down on the lands having been captured, or you could say the ones having landed already. Just as those ones restored play with wrestling wings, and they surround the sky in a herd, and they have given off song, not otherwise your ships and the men of yours either hold the port or approach the harbors, literally the mouths, with a full sail. Go now and direct your course where your road leads you. She spoke, and turning away from her rosy neck she shone, and her ambrosial hair breathed a divine odor from the top, and her garment flowed down to the bottom of her feet. And in her step she revealed a true goddess. That one, when he recognized his mother, he followed, Sakuta says, he followed her fleeing with such a voice. Why do you trick, you also so cruel? So why do you trick your son so often with false images? Why is it not given to join right hand to right hand, and to hear and to return true voices? Notice that accusative, infinitive, infinitive, accusative. He reproaches her with such words, and he stretches his course to the walls of Carthage. But Venus obscured, or Venus covered them going with a dark mist, and the goddess poured forth around them with much covering of a cloud, so that not anyone might be able to see them, nor anyone may be able to touch them, or to effect, or to undertake to effect a delay, or to demand the causes of the coming. By the way, notice that is a gerund in the genitive. She herself went away to Paphos on high, and she revisited her homes, Suas Sedes, her homes, happy, where the temple to that one was understood, and 100 altars grow hot with Sabaean frankincense or incense. And they are fragrant with fresh garlands. Meanwhile, they took up the road where the path shows. And they now were climbing the hill, which looms or hangs over greatly the city. And Urbi is dative after hangs over. And they were looking down from above on the citadels. Where did it go? Citadels opposite. Or the opposite citadels. Aeneas marvels at the mass, or literally the construction. I mean, literally is mass, but you can say construction. He marvels at the construction, once huts, and he marvels at the gates and the sound and the paved roads, or you could say the straits of the roads. The Tyrians burning, flaming, they're busy in their work, so burning, ardent, they press on. Apart, so I'm going to translate these parts as some, and also all these ducere, moliri, subore, these are all what we call historical infinitives. I'm going to translate them all in the past tense. So, the Tyrians burning press on, and some lead the walls, or they build the walls, and effect a citadel, and roll up the rocks with their hands. Others choose a place for a building and encircle it with a ditch. We talked about this legant here. I actually think the best way to translate legant may be they make laws, not they read laws, because in order to read them they have to have already been made. So, or you could say choose, but I think it makes more sense to say make. So they make the laws and they choose the magistrates and the sacred senate. Notice magistratus is fourth declension, that is accusative plural. Here, others dig out the harbor, and here, others, or you could say some and then others, here others place tall foundations for the theaters and cut out the huge columns from the rocks. And they cut out the huge columns from the rocks, lofty decorations for future stages. Just like work busies the bees in the new summer through the flowery rural places under the sun. In the new summer, if I left out new, in the new summer, when they lead forth the grown-up offspring of the race, and they either pack the liquid honeys and swell the cells with the sweet nectar, or they receive the work, the burdens of them coming, or with a battle line having been made, or with a line having been made, they ward off the drones, a lazy herd, from the hives. The work heats up, and the fragrant honeys smell with time. Oh, fortunate ones. Notice this vocative, he's talking to them even though they can't hear him. Oh, fortunate ones, whose walls now rise, Aeneas says, and he looks down on the tops, or the, you could also say the heights of the city. And he brings himself enclosed in a cloud, marvelous to say, through the middle of the men, understood, and he mixes with the men, and he is not seen by any.